welcome to or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Anne and this is All the Budgeting. And on this channel, I do paycheck cash stuffings, side hustle cash stuffings, cash condensings, budget with me's, and then I always close out my budget every month and include a net worth calculation. So I hope you stick around. Really love interacting with all of you in the comment section. So, please be sure to drop a comment, share, all those good things. So, okay, so in today's video, I am going to do a budget with me for my first paycheck for March. Wow, I can't believe it's already March. I had to think about that for a second. So, so that's what we're going to do today. Always start out with pulling my rollover. So today, for this paycheck, I had about $60 in rollover that's going to go into what I'm pulling or what I'm stuffing, and that is 220s and 210s. So I'm going to put that aside and we're going to deduct that from, what we end up with our cash breakdown, because it doesn't make sense to put that in the bank just to pull it out. But then I always also pull out my 5s and my 1s, and those go into my $1 and $5 challenge. So let's see here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ones. So okay, there we go. And so I'll actually end up completing this row here. How is everyone doing? Like I said, it's hard to believe it's already March. I honestly don't know where January and February went. Wow. I mean, pretty soon summer's going to be here before we know it. Easter's only about a month away, and then, we'll have summer right there. I don't know how I feel about how fast time seems to fly by. I know when, you're a kid, it just seems to drag, but it seems like as you're an adult, it just goes by faster and faster and faster, and I don't know how I feel about that. But what can you do? Just the way it is. All right, so there we go. And just like that, just, a little more than 2 months into the year, I have $50 saved already. So, and I've mentioned this, what I'm going to do with my savings challenge money, as well as any money that I get from cashback apps, is I'm going to put that into a 52-week or a 52 envelope challenge, I should say. It's because I'm not doing it in 52 weeks, but I figured that's what I'll do, because I want to do those challenges, but I don't want to take away from what I'm stuffing into my sinking funds and that kind of thing to do it. So I thought this is a fun way to add to those challenges. It all goes into savings in the end, and if you can make it a little bit of fun in the process, why not? Okay, and now I have 2 5s, so just color 2 of these in. And if you're wondering, I do have this savings challenge book available on Amazon for purchase, as well as I have a printable version in my Etsy shop. So all of that is linked below if that is interesting to you. I have a lot of different challenges for a lot of different budgets, so you can check that out if you're interested. All right, so we're gonna put that aside. Oh, and let me put my money away. Still have to get some bigger envelopes for this money because it's a little crammed in there, but it'll do for now. Okay, so moving on to my budget. So my paycheck that came in at the normal amount, $3,952, and then I had 128 in rollovers. So that included that $60 that I showed you, as well as another 68 that was left over from bills and things like that. So how I do it is any money that's left over from groceries and spending, I put into a rollover envelope, and then anything that I've budgeted for bills, gas, things like that I don't spend also goes into rollover. And then I add that to the next paycheck to go into my sinking funds. So that's just how I like to do it. So my total income that I'm working with for this paycheck is $4,080. And then we have my bills and expenses. So this is the money that stays in my checking account. I do not pull this out. And I just pay it right from my checking. So I have my electric bill, $85. Comcast is $300. I mention this all the time. It's cable, internet, and home security. And yes, I know I could probably get this down, but I'm on a contract, so I know this is high, and that's fine. My water/garbage is $80. My homeowner association fee is $160. My cell phone bill is $125. My gas bill is $110. I have Sirius in my car and the app, that's $22. I always budget $100 to give to my church per month, and there's an auto withdrawal kind of thing that happens, so it's $100 for that. $26 for Netflix and Paramount, $21 for my pet insurance, $100 for gas. I do work from home, so I don't drive all that often, and so $100 is always more than enough for 2 weeks. The bulk of my bankruptcy payment comes out of this paycheck, so $1,645, and then the rest of it will come out of my second one. I do have a small medical bill that gets $25 a month, $10 to Planet Fitness. Sorry, I just had a yawn. It's been a week. $165 for my cleaning service. They come every other week. And then I am putting more towards my AC unit. So that was getting $30 out of this paycheck, and now it's getting $120. And then I have about a $51 buffer. So that equals $3,145, which means that I will be stuffing $935. So then moving on to my second page. And also, if you're new here, this planner that I'm using is also available in my Etsy shop, as well as I do have paperback versions of it on Amazon. So again, all of that is linked below. Okay, so then I have my fixed spending and revolving funds. So I have groceries, $300. I budget $150 a week for groceries. I budget $100 a week for spending, so $200. $100 for hair appointments. I get my hair colored every 3 weeks, and so that goes into that. My emergency fund gets $50 each paycheck. I put $60 towards health and $50 towards my extra weeks because I get paid twice a month, but I try and get 2 weeks out of each paycheck. There are about 4 extra weeks that kind of are within the year that I have to account for, and all I need to cover for those extra weeks is my groceries, spending, and gas, because all of my bills are paid out of one of my 2 paychecks. So okay, so my total fixed bills and expenses comes to $760, which means $175 going to my sinking funds. Now, I mentioned this, I think, in my budget closeout, because now I will be putting my extra money that came from my promotion last year right to extra debt versus into one of my sinking funds. I'm not going to stuff it into the extra debt envelope and then, you know, withdraw it and pay it, because I am really aggressively trying to pay my AC unit before July is when I need to have that paid in order to save 30%. So rather than, you know, pull it out, put it into this extra debt, then pull that out, make a payment, I'm just gonna keep making extra payments each paycheck. So you saw that $120 for this paycheck. The next paycheck, it will have its normal payment of $268 plus an additional $195. So that way I'm chipping away at it, you know, consistently. And I should right now, it does look like I will be able to have that paid off by July. So fingers crossed. So we're not adding anything to that envelope right now. So most of my priority 1 envelopes are getting $15, and then I have $25 going to subscriptions, and then $10 going to a couple of my priority 2 debts, vacation, Christmas, holiday dinner, and gifts. And then all of my priority 3 are getting $5 each. Okay, so that equals $175. All right, so now we're going to figure out the denominations. So groceries, that's always 2 $100 bills and 2 50s. Spending, I do all 20s there, so that'll be 10 20s. My hair, so this is where I do need to break this down a little bit more. And so that's 5 singles, 1 5, a 50, a 20, and 2 10s. Yeah. So 50, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100. Yep. Health is getting a 50 and a 10. Extra week is just getting a 50. Nothing in extra debt. Home maintenance is getting a 10 and a 5, as are the next few. Subscriptions is a 20 and a 5. Then we have 10s and then 5s. And then let's just go to the next page real quick. And then I have all 5s here. So this 875 is the 935 minus the $60 cash that I have. So let's go ahead and total this up. Okay, so I have 2 100s, 2, 3, 4, 5 50s, 10, 11, 12 20s, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 10s. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 5s and 5 singles. And I'm just going to, actually, hold on. Okay, let me erase. I think it's, yep. Okay, so these, I'm gonna erase this. And that was 14, okay. But now I also need to deduct 2 20s and 2 10s. Okay, so here's 20, so it'll be 10 of each of these then. All right, so let's just make sure we are adding up here. So 2 100s is obviously 200, 5 50s is 250, 10 20s is 200, 10 10s is 100, 14 fives is, can't do it. I'm brain dead. 70. And then 5. And so what I'm looking for is 875, because again, that's 935 minus $60, right? 935 minus 60. Yep, 875. So we're hoping that this equals 875. So 200 plus 250 plus 200 plus 100 plus 75. I think I'm $10 short. Oh, for crying out loud. I'm $50 short. All right, what did I do? Two, three, four, 5. Right, 550s is 250. Oh, I forgot my 50 for emergency here. How'd I do that? So 50 for emergency. And so that is 6 50s, which is 300. Okay, so now I should be okay. So 200 plus 300 plus 200 plus 100 plus 75. Yep, 875. All right. I told you I'm brain dead. It's not even Friday night. It's Thursday night. But it's been a week. I say that every time, don't I? I say that every single time. Okay, so now I'm just going to transfer it to this little slip here. And you guessed it, these are available on my Etsy shop as well. My mom, she doesn't do this method of budgeting, but when she goes to the bank, she does break down the denominations she wants, and I usually take her to the bank, and I noticed that, and I'm like, oh, I said, oh, Mom, I can give you, I have slips that I made that I can give them to you. I can, print some out, and so I just took her this past weekend to the bank, and I had printed out floral patterns because she's all about the florals. And oh my gosh, you would have sworn I gave her, diamonds or something like that. She just was so blown away by it. She thought they were so pretty and really cool. So yeah, but yeah, I do have those in all different patterns available on my Etsy shop. Makes it super easy when you go to the bank. Just there you go, and they can give you the right denominations. Okay, so that is it for today's video. I will go to the bank tomorrow, get all this cash, add it to the $60, and I will then film the stuffing of this paycheck tomorrow, and that will come at you next. All right, I hope you all have a great, well, not a great week, because I'll be coming at you in a couple days, but I will see you next time. All right, thanks, bye.